Give me a moment.
Hey guys, Vas from X-Force again with
Scott from X-Force.
Now today we've got a new one that literally just came out, even though it's an old school style blaster, and it's one from our friends at SKD, and it's the CS001S. There's no other real name for it.
Luminous version.
The Luminous version. Alright. So SKD is an older brand manufacturer that's been around for quite a few years. They used to do the early versions of the Hopper Feds 1911s. They actually came out as STD, so these guys were the actual manufacturers, but they made it for STD guys. So they make some pretty decent blasters.
They were solid.
Huh?
They were solid. Really well made.
Yeah, but they make a lot of these hopper feds. So they've done the mag fed GA Glock.
Yeah.
So when that came out, that was pretty cool. And what else? I think they did the Viper. So that was one of the first mag fed blasters on the market. But all in all, they made up some pretty good stuff, and so now they're focusing more on what is the American market and the market that's sort of asking for a lot of these non-imitation, trying to keep it safe in China. The Chinese, about 3.5 years ago, went really hard on the gel blaster market and banned a lot of stuff, and even sent some of the manufacturers, some of the bosses in jail or fined them. And so now a lot of them are trying to stay on the safe side of the government by, we got that one in there, by doing non-realistic stuff like this, which is quite fine with me, because I find some of these will be good for our friends down in Tasmania, Victoria, and I believe in Northern Territory, and obviously South Australia with a gun license, which I don't know why you'd go and get a gun license for one of those, but you know, if you're going to go through the trouble, you get something more realistic. But for Victoria, Tassie, Northern Territory, these should be no problem. I know some of you guys get on there and tell the Victorians that gel blasters are illegal in Victoria. It's incorrect. They are legal in Victoria as long as they look something like that. We are going to try and get something in writing, but all in all, Tassie, same thing. They don't like them, but legally, as long as they don't look threatening and scare the pants off the old lady next door.
Yeah, replica legislation.
Yeah.
So
as long as the granny next door doesn't freak out, it's all good. So,
like with anything, though, still don't point it at someone.
Yeah.
Intimidating, I don't think so, but it's up to that person. So
don't shoot anybody that doesn't want to be shot. Blah blah blah. All the rest. So don't go out in public and shoot cars and people in public. Doesn't matter what it looks like. So now let's get back to basics. So these sort of style blasters have been done, before in this sort of format. But I gotta tell you guys, this is just a little bit different and a little bit better. So quality-wise, especially down here where you're grabbing it, it's very, very sturdy, very well built. It's not your typical ABS. It's thicker. So some of these guys are starting to go quality-wise, and the thickness of the material and the quality of the material is just that little bit better.
It's a good sized battery compartment as well, so you can actually run a decent sized battery.
In this type of blasters, this is probably one of the best battery compartments I have seen. So we've stuck that in there, and I reckon we could have gone for even longer, because that goes in
A little bit wider too.
and wider, and I've still got space. So that's a 7 volt. There's no point going, well, I mean, that's about as big as you want to go, because this will last you forever in this. and you don't want to go in 11 because we're talking about gravity fed. It just won't keep up. So you'll have, some of them. So now, on and off. So on, off, quite easily. Now the other real cool feature about this, so you hop your hopper on here. So this is a bit chunky, the adapter, but this actually turns on, and check that out. So this little puppy is a
tracer unit.
Tracer unit. How cool is that? So when you put your hopper on, your bottle on, that, as you can see, that lights up. That looks kind of cool, but that'll light up your glow gels, and then you can go for gold. You don't necessarily have to have it on, so you can have it on and off.
Its own power supply is pretty cool as well.
Yep. So that works on, I believe was AA.
Yep.
2 AA batteries, so they're readily available. And real cool feature, it does have a Picatinny down here as well, so you can put a laser torch or whatever.
Yep.
So if you want to be extra cool, and lights up.
That's why it's a luminous version.
That's right. So there is a previous version to this where the top was all, say, sort of same color as the bottom, but this one they went full see-through, transparent, and so it's pretty cool because you can see the gearbox and everything in there, and even this top bit is very well built. So very sturdy, you know, nice chunky, but quite comfy to hold. So for kids, or in, like I said, in those states where it's allowed, this is, I mean, as good as it gets. I mean, if you're going to play in the backyard with your kids,
For a cheap unit, something with a hopper as well. If you just want to run around just for giggles, even CQB fields in Queensland and stuff.
Yeah.
So it doesn't have to be non-Queensland states.
Yeah.
Run around, they're built well, they will handle a temper tantrum.
Yeah.
We will have extra bottles and stuff as well, so.
That's right. So this is literally just a sample they sent so we can check it out. And I gotta say, I am quite impressed with some of the quality that's starting to come through in this sort of kit blasters. A lot of them were quite flimsy,
sci-fi blasters,
and they'd break and all the rest. So this is quite good. And SKD guys have done a very good job in the past, and we look forward to whatever else they bring. Nice clean box, pictures, so nothing too overly fancy.
It comes in 2 colours as well. I'll cut you off there. Blue and green.
Green on the box, so you'll be able to sort of,
Choose your colour.
Yeah, buy green or blue, and then have teams.
Both with the trace unit. But yeah, if you got 2 kids, or you know, you can go cool. Billy gets blue and Johnny gets green, or whatever.
That's right.
Yeah.
But for a full automatic blaster with a tracer unit, this will be retailing somewhere just under $100. I think that's
pretty damn good.
Pretty damn good. And like I said, in the past, anything SKD, very rarely do we have issues with them coming back with problems or anything. So they were very well built and reliable. So
was it the 007?
Yes, the SKD was a 1911,
Yeah.
the old 1911. Most people.
But they
knew.
still,
Yeah.
years down the track, still run well. The only issue I ever knew with those was people sitting on it or just treating it like crap, actually damaging their bottles. The bottles would break before the blaster itself.
Yeah.
So good part is we will have extra bottles.
Yeah. The bottles aren't the strongest thing. They are sort of flimsy. You can sort of see one here that got sent to us that was in a box, and they put heavier stuff on top of it, and yeah, it sort of came. I've straightened it as best as I could, but I mean, they're one of those items that they're cheap and, you know,
Replaceable.
easily replaceable, so no problems there. All in all, I think a great blaster. FPS was quite interesting. We ran it with the X-Force Orange, so don't run these with ultra hard gels. due to the lower FPS, especially under 250, under 200, they do have a little bit of a hard time pushing them through.
Being that slightly older styling as well, it likes a slightly larger gel. So a lot of the ultra hards are a smaller gel. So your oranges and some of your like your $5 bags, because they're a larger gel, they actually feed a lot smoother through. So you will get better FPS ratings from a larger gel than your ultra hards and smaller.
That's right. So these we'll chrono downstairs, but we've had over 150, over 160 FPS out of one of these, so it's pretty good for what they are. Anyway, I'll bring you guys a bit closer so you can have a look, and then we'll go and
shoot it.
Crank it up a little.
Might even turn the lights off so people can see how well the LEDs light up.
Okay, Picatinny. Nice comfy grip.
It is super sturdy.
Cool design. There's the battery compartment button.
Very, very sci-fi.
Oh yeah, man. Very sci-fi indeed. So,
just need that and a lava lamp in your set.
That's it. Oh yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
That side, and if you film in here, you actually see it in through where it's not frosted.
Very cool. All right.
Simple things.
Let's go and see how it performs. Hey guys, Bass here back at our range with the SKD CS001. So sci-fi blaster. Alright, so this blaster, like I said, is your typical sort of 7.4 hopper fed. So we're gonna crank it up here, see how it performs. Like I said, I've had some good numbers out of this one before. I'll do a couple down the range, and then we'll get the chrono happening. Nice and accurate, hitting that bullseye quite nicely. Let's see what the old chrono says. Alright, so our Ace Tech Chrono AC6000 BT. Look at that. Some pretty decent number. Around the 160 mark. It says they're 158. Might have been a couple of smaller. There's sometimes you get the breaks. So yeah, 160 is not bad at all. Now I want to show you guys the tracer gels. So I'm going to chuck these back in. This is the beauty of this particular blast as well. You can change gels and fill them up pretty quick.
Easy for kids to do it too.
That's right, easy for the kids. Just dump them in there like that. They don't have to worry about mags and trying to get it in mags. So you're just done, you know. Alright, so this particular one is going to require our tracer unit. Scott, hit the lights. Oh, look at that. Lit up. Let's turn this on as well. So we've got full darkness. I think that our gels need to come. Woo, there we go. Oh, that's cool, man. And this thing, the way it lights up. The gels are a bit old, so we've got to. Oh, that's so cool. The beauty with this is you get one that's a bit stuck, you just give it a bit of a space, and off it goes again. Awesome stuff. Yeah. Alright, so while Scotty goes and hits that power button so we can see what's going on. Woo! There it is. That looked really cool. So if you're going to have some night games, guys, this thing is pretty awesome. The kids are going to love it. And they're going to love Daddy or Mommy because they bought them this cool blaster. So hopefully that helps. Thanks guys for watching. Really impressed with this new stuff that's coming out for the kiddies and the other states. Let us know what you think. We're going to look at probably getting some of these in the country. They're very nice. Leave your thoughts, comments below. Give us a like and follow us for some more cool stuff coming up. Thank you.